YNW Melly is dropping his Just a Matter of Slime this Friday on the 30th of July, while Kanye West allegedly is finally dropping his much awaited Dolla on the 6th of August. Considering this, I want to go back a bit in time and see how their 2018 mixed personalities came to life, as for some the pairing of the two might seem like an odd combination at first, but they have in common more than you think. Also stick with me till the end to find out if Melly and Kanye have more collaborations on the way. But before that, don't forget to subscribe for more YNW Melly content like this. Plus, don't forget to drop a like and share the video with your friends. Now without further ado, let's get cracking. As some of you might recall, Kanye West had a stellar 2018 from every perspective possible, as during his famous Wyoming sessions at his ranch, Kanye worked on 5 projects, each consisting of 7 songs, projects which were then released during 5 consecutive weeks. The projects were the following ones. The first one was Pusha T's Daytona, which besides its huge critical success, having an average of 86 on Metacritic, the album is also famous for having Whitney Houston's trashed bathroom as a cover photo, for which Kanye allegedly paid a whopping $85,000. The next project was Kanye's Yeah, which is a really solid album that I consider sort of to be the spiritual successor to Kanye's Yeezus. But unfortunately the album will be forever remembered for its tumultuous rollout, which has seen Kanye endorse Donald Trump but also make some, let's say, really bold claims about slavery.
When you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice.
All this was blamed onto Kanye's bipolar disorder, which he addresses on the album. The next album was a collaborative effort of Kanye and Kid Cudi, which was titled Kids See Ghosts. The album was a huge critical success, seeing everyone's favorite melonhead aka Anthony Fantano give out a really rare 10.
I am legit feeling a strong 9 to a 10 on this thing.
But despite all this, he's still not forgiven for giving a 6 to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
I'm feeling a light to decent 6 on this thing, but that's just my opinion.
Now the next 2 albums were less of a critical success, but they are still worth checking out because Kanye's production is still as lush as ever. These 2 albums being Nas's Nasir and Tiana Taylor's Kitty S.E. Both are really solid albums, but overall I think that their limited nature might have hampered them after all. Now moving a bit on, 2018 was also a year in which Kanye West tried to reach out to a new audience by embracing the new wave of rainbow-haired rappers, which were also known as mumble rappers or SoundCloud rappers due to mainly originating from SoundCloud. Kanye proceeded to collaborate with the notorious internet villain and troll 6ix9ine, featuring on 2 of his songs, Kanga and Mama, the later also featuring Nicki Minaj. Kanye also collaborated with Lil Pimp,
one of the big superstars of the world, Lil Pimp.
Lil Pump, on his highly viral single I Love It, which spawned countless internet memes, especially due to its video. Kanye also appeared on XXXTENTACION's posthumous song 1 Minute, which was a contemporary nu metal song of sorts. Plus, XXXTENTACION was going to feature on Kanye's Storm along and Clemens and Ty Dolla $ign, but unfortunately this never happened, as Kanye changed his persona again and turned fully religious. Thus, X's cursing was not really fitting for the song anymore. For those curious, there are still versions with X featured on them circulating around the internet, so I'll link one of them down in the description. And lastly, of course, there is Kanye's collaboration with Melly titled Mixed Personalities. Before moving on, don't forget to subscribe for more YNW Melly content like this, but also please let me know if you'd like me to cover more of Kanye's creative journey. Now without further ado, let's finally see how the two collaborated. Now the story of the two begins all the way across the ocean in Paris, France, which Kanye has been visiting at the time with his entourage. One of those people within his entourage was Psy the Prince, who one day was listening to Melly's Virtual, or also known as Blue Balenciagas. Kanye then instantly fell in love with Melly's music and made one of his representatives contact Melly's team. Unfortunately, for like a whole week, Melly ghosted Kanye's team as he believed that it's too good to be true, and he thought that there is no way that Kanye wants to work with him.
He texted me that, and I ain't texting back though, because I was like, Kanye don't no matter.
Thus, Kanye's team tried to contact anyone from Melly's manager all the way to his brother. His brother then finally went up to Melly and knocked some sense into him and told him that this is no cap, that this is actually true. Thus, the same week, Kanye decided to fly out Melly all the way to Los Angeles and book a studio session with him. Melly was asked to show Kanye some of his songs. The first one that Melly showcased was Robbery, about which I talked briefly in my most underrated YNW Melly songs video, which you can find up here in the corner or down in the description. While the second song that Melly showcased was Mixed Personalities, with which Kanye instantly fell in love and asked to be featured on. Plus, Kanye also offered to refine the song, helping out with its production by adding some polishing touches onto it. Kanye also appeared in the music video for Mixed Personalities, which was directed by this generation's Hype Williams, aka Cole Bennett. A video which I suggest you check out, as it has plenty of over-the-top and fun visuals. And if you wonder what's that censored image from the thumbnail, it's an alien slurping spaghetti from Melly's pelvic area. I won't spoil you more from the music video, as I'll let you find it out on your own, as it's quite an experience to have. Now time to answer the question of why did Kanye West choose to collaborate with YNW Melly. But first, let's get something straight. This is pure speculation. There is no way I could have been in Kanye's head and try observing his rationale. And if you disagree with me, feel free to voice your opinion down in the comment section. Now, in my opinion, Kanye decided to work with YNW Melly because he sort of felt indebted to this new generation of rappers that received so much hate for their at times mumbled melodic flows. Because let's not forget that Kanye unknowingly, with his 808s and Heartbreaks album, ushered in a brand new generation that proceeded to deconstruct everything about the rap game as we used to know. Thus, Kanye felt like needing to step in and help out this new generation of misunderstood artists, because let's not forget that upon its release, 808s and Heartbreaks has been quite polarizing too, and wasn't that well received by the rap community or the critics. Also, if you feel like this might be a bit of a stretch, it wouldn't be the first time when Kanye took under his wings a new and misunderstood artist. Because let's not forget that recently Kanye took under his wings Playboi Carti and proceeded to help Carti with executive producing his Whole Lotta Red album. Plus, let's not forget that Carti is about to be featured on Kanye's new Donda album. Another at times misunderstood artist that Kanye took under his wings was Young Thug, who featured on Kanye's Saint Pablo album, but also recorded more than 40 songs with Kanye. 40 songs which of course failed to drop. Now back to YNW Melly. I feel like another aspect why Kanye chose to work with Melly was his raw and untapped potential at an early age, coupled with his hunger for crafting and creating songs. And I feel like that's why Kanye helped him with refining the production of the song, but also helped him re-record some of the verses, because he knew that with the right mentor or guidance, Melly can achieve a lot more, which sort of leads to our next segment. Considering how strong of a bond the two had for the brief time they met, some of you might be wondering if there is more in the works from the two. Well, my answer is sort of yes and no. There was a rumored track titled I Kill for Fun, which is not the best title for a song, especially considering that Melly could face the capital punishment for allegedly committing double homicide. But getting back to the track itself, it was rumored to feature on the legendary yet never released began the album of Kanye's. Though upon a closer inspection, the leaks that are circulating around the internet are nothing more than a demo and a freestyle with Kanye and Melly laying down some ideas during a studio session. Now we might not have a proper and fully fleshed out song, rather what we got is a really valuable piece of history, because luckily for us the fans, Drew Filmed It was there to capture the studio session, which happened down in Miami just a few days before YNW Melly turned himself in to the police. Snippets from the session have been circulating around the internet for quite a while, but luckily for us, this February, Drew Filmed It graced us with an extended version of the studio session. If you recall, in my last video I claimed that King Von's Rolling, which featured Melly, was my favorite Melly song of all time because it encapsulated perfectly a bygone era. Well, the same applies for this video too, as it captures Melly together not just with Kanye but also with Timbaland, Chief Keef and also King Von, who was yet to blow up at the time. Just like the video of Rolling, this one too portrays Melly at the peak of his career while being free, mingling around people that others can only dream of meeting. Just as a quick side note, considering the outfit of Melly and King Von, the two wear the same clothes as in the later half of the Rolling video. Thus they might have had the studio session and the video shoot on the same day. Getting back to the studio session itself, if you watch the whole video on Drew Filmed This channel, you might notice that besides I Kill for Fun, the video has snippets of other untitled freestyles too, which makes me think that there is more in Kanye's vault than we actually know of. But at the same time, deducing from the brief snippets, these seem like some bare-bone freestyles or reference tracks, which were never fully developed due to Melly's incarceration, and we might never ever fully see this. Well, unless Kanye's cousin steals his laptop again, I'm not giving any ideas, but yeah. Now please let me know, what do you think? Does Melly still have songs with Kanye West? Or is this all they have left for now? Plus let me know, what do you make of mixed personalities? Do you like it or not? Please let me know all this down in the comment section. In conclusion, I think Kanye truly fell in love with Melly's work, because it reminded him of his 808s and Heartbreaks era, and due to Melly's drive to craft and record songs. I think that the two would have had many more released and unreleased collaborations, which unfortunately never happened because Melly got incarcerated. If Melly gets out, we don't know whether the chemistry between the two is still there, as Kanye seems to be constantly reinventing himself and going through constant creative shifts. But till we wait for another YNW Melly and Kanye collaboration, don't forget to subscribe, because next week I'll be dropping my opinion and a mini review on Just a Matter of Slime, so stay tuned. Plus, don't forget to drop a like and share the video with your friends. For now, this has been Trapology 101, until next time, stay safe and see you around, folks.